Big game Sofia Kenin. Listen, I don't care if you call her Sonia or Sofia. Just don't leave out the big game because he's a slam champion. This video is always brought to you via the Doctrine of Fair Use of Fair Dealing and the Digital Millennium Act. A seesaw battle in the first set with Wong. That's right, guys. We have a junior slam winner and a main tour slam winner. Big game Sofia Kenin always plays well during the Australian leg of the tour. She said it's one of her favorite legs of the tour. Well, of course it is. She's an Australian Open champion. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, this first set would go to a tiebreak where Sofia Kenin was up 4-1, but Wong would fight back and tie it up. However, the double faults from Wong, Sofia Kenin would surge ahead and take the first set. And the second set, she just brought out the rockets, ladies and gentlemen. Now, big game Sofia Kenin, if you're not familiar with her, guys, she's currently ranked 81st on the World Tour, just right above Alicia Parks, who's ranked 82nd. Two great Americans that I love to play. But let's go back a little bit. The former world ranked number 4 to that 2020 season. And at that time, yes, Coco was on tour, but that was little Coco, as we refer to big Coco, Coco Vandeweghe, who refers to herself as OG Coco, and Coco Gauff is little Coco, according to Coco. But listen, guys, back then, yes, that was little Coco back then. My favorite player in 2020, yes, Serena was technically still not retired, was big game Sofia Kenin, guys. That 2020 season, taking the Australian Open title, going to the French Open, cold, wet, rainy Paris, October. She would storm through that draw, ladies and gentlemen, taking out Ludmila, Anna Bogdan, Arina Barra. She would take out Fiona Farrow, who was playing solid tennis. Danny Miles she took out. And that would set up a showdown, ladies and gentlemen, with Iga, big bad Iga. Not before defeating Petra Kvitova, who a lot of people picked Petra to win that match. Now, Iga would win that match, but just seeing Sofia Kenin just reinforce her goals of wanting to be number one. Look, it's not over, and she's a solid player. She gets the win here. She takes out Wong. How'd she do it? Well, the first set, she had a couple double faults despite Wong's 7 aces. Look at the total points here, guys. Literally a seesaw battle. It really came down to that double fault, the 4 double faults from Wong, as she would give back 4 of those aces. Really, in the tiebreak, when it was tied at 4-4, Sofia Kenin would surge ahead and take the first set. And then the second set, we just saw the difference maker. Sofia Kenin, the underdog in this match, we just saw the difference in shot making ability, where Wong, she's looking for that left down the line, which is very brutal. She's got a good serve, but overall between the lines, Sofia Kenin just too dominant of a shot maker. She can switch from the forehand to the backhand, while Wong just wants to beat you with the forehand. So one-dimensional. What about Yulia Putintseva, ladies and gentlemen? Taking on Kessler McCartney. Now, listen, the world's ranked 29th, flying under the radar, would win 76% of her first serves, 3 for 9 on breakpoint opportunities, taking on Kessler McCartney, an American that I've said you guys need to watch out for. She's here after taking out Magdalene. Now, listen, guys, this matchup here, Yulia showed her variety. She has great variety. She's great with drop shots, and she can really frustrate opponents with her short balls. She gets the win. She's going to take on Aryna Sabalenka next, who Sabalenka's a number 1 seed finalist last year what's her name? The giant from Kazakhstan, Elena Rybakina. Now, listen, guys, Sabalenka and Yulia Putintseva, the head-to-head is 1-1. They recently played, I think they played at Wuhan this year, where Sabalenka won that. They previously played at the U.S. Open about 4 or 5 years ago, where Putintseva won that matchup. That's going to be a good match, guys. That's going to give me a good idea of where Sabalenka is with her form as Yulia Putintseva advances. What about Elena Evanesian, a very good defensive player from Germany? She has Spanish descent as well, taking on Vamos, Paula Badosa, and she was shocked in this match, ladies and gentlemen. Straight stun. Now, look, I can look at Paula Badosa's physique and tell she's in shape, right? Mentally, I think she's focused and she knows what she needs to do this year, right? She needs to get back inside the top 10 where she belongs. Currently ranked 12, taking on the world's ranked 43rd. This match here came down to breakpoint opportunities. It's as simple as that. 7 double faults from Paula Badosa. But listen, guys, 3 for 16 on breakpoint opportunities. That's a difference maker, as Elena Evanesian is going to push the pace. She has great stamina. She's going to continue to get balls back and make you make shots. That's exactly what she did today, as this was an upset, ladies and gentlemen, in Brisbane. Elena Evanesian gets the victory there. What about Madison Keys? Listen, guys, she's literally spent nearly a decade ranked inside the top 10. One of the strongest ball strikers on tour. This was a fairly straightforward match here. She would get the win over Lucia Bronzetti, 6-4, 6-4. Bronzetti, though, I do want to make clear, her game is evolving. She's getting better and better. I love what I'm seeing out of her, the consistency with the shot making. She's getting stronger. She's absorbing a lot better pace from these stronger, aggressive baseliners. I think Bronzetti, the sky's the limit. I'm very impressed with what I'm seeing out of Bronzetti. She's getting better and better, and I'm excited for what's to come with her. In terms of Madison Keys, listen, guys, still a top 20 player. She's going to be hanging around there. Very consistent, right? One of our best Americans we're putting forth here. 4 aces in this match. She won 74% of her first serves. Next up, she's going to take on, yes, guys, Jacqueline Christian from the hard-hitting Romania. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, in terms of Jacqueline, very impressive win last time out. But the last time she faced Madison Keys won that first set. Jacqueline was a huge underdog. We're talking like an 8, 6, 7-1 underdog. She came back. She won the second set. Madison Keys got tired. And this was in Charleston, South Carolina, in front of an American crowd. Jacqueline would win that match, and she was fired up. This is going to be a very hard-hitting match. And guys, don't think Madison Keys has this on a silver platter. Jacqueline is going to make her work if she wants to win. That's it, guys. Brisbane, Auckland, a lot of tennis to be played. Thank you for listening. I'm your host, Good Energy. I do want to talk a little bit really quick about that matchup between Coco and Donna Vekic last night. If you guys saw that, it was hilarious. So Donna Vekic was very exhausted, right, in that first set. And the announcers pointed this out, how just exhausted she was, grabbing tons of fluids. And, they made a joke out of it, but we just have to realize just how insane an athlete and naturally gifted Coco Gauff is. She walked out from that changeover and the announcers are like, whoa, Coco's not even sweating. It's like she's not even working hard out there. It's like she's playing a completely different match. That's amazing, guys. The way Coco just never gets tired, it's like she's genetically by far, and we're going to go back to what Serena Williams said, I was never that good at 15. Remember when Coco was just this 15-year-old bursting on the scene? And I had a joke back then. I would always say, when Coco grows up, because this is in reference to the older women at the time that were beating her, like Simona Halep, I would joke and say, when Coco grows up, she's going to kick these ladies' butts on tour. That was the thing. I would always say it. And we're here. We are looking at it. I think this is a year where Coco Gauff really takes off and takes the WTA to the next level. And I've always said this. I truly believe this. When Coco hits number 1 in the world ranking, I think the WTA is just going to become a super sport. I think it's going to be back on primetime television. Remember back in the day when you could turn on CBS and see tennis? I think Coco is the future to get tennis back to the mainstream. I really, really do. Tennis in a Minute. Thank you for the love and support, guys. We're going to be back with more tennis coverage. I might even do a prediction. I don't know. We'll see. We'll be back.